Welcome to Two Woke Boys, episode 228. I am Chris.
And I'm Cole.
And together we are Two Woke Boys. We are back. Oh, my bad. We are back in the studio. This is us. You know, like that show, This Is Us.
Yeah.
Which is a really cool show.
Right.
What's that show about? Is it like just them being like, we're so like this? Is that what that show is?
This is so us.
This is so just us being us.
I think it's just like a really. I always hear people
like
say they like
heartfelt.
cry watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Why? Why
It's
do
just
people
like a dramatic, like sad show.
Why do people watch stuff like that? You know,
So they
Like,
want
to
catharsis.
Feel.
Yeah,
they
they
want
want
to feel, which
Yeah.
is why you watch.
That's why
this
you
show.
listen. That's what this
That's
podcast
why you
is
watch
all
this.
about. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Our show. You're on the thing here. Oh yeah, this is us. Yeah. Yeah, 8.7 out of 10, 94% on Rotten
Oh, it
Tomatoes.
ended. I thought it was still going. It ended a couple years ago. Looks like.
That's them to
Right.
end their shit.
Yeah.
But you know what This Is Us is? Like this podcast, we're not done.
Yeah.
We're not done. Actually,
I'm gonna come.
oh wait, or that works.
Yeah.
Or
I'm speaking.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
still speaking, you know?
But yeah, that's why you listen to this podcast or watch this podcast to just feel the spectrum of emotions.
Yeah. And the spectrum is usually like somewhere between like anger and rage.
Yeah.
You know?
And it kind of starts and ends there.
Yeah. But, you know, you might cry. You know, you ever see those guys that like they get so mad they start tearing up?
Yeah.
And don't fucking say, "Hey, are you crying?" Because you're gonna get punched in the face.
Right.
You know. So that's what these boys are about.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And this is us, right
Yeah.
here, right now with you.
Yeah. This is us now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the movie This Is Me Now.
Yeah.
You know, Allied, the show Malcolm Kellner was part of.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. But
Hell
this
yeah.
is us now.
Mm-hmm. That's what they're gonna do later, like in 20 years when they try to reboot This Is Us.
Uh-huh.
Because that's what they do now. They're like, I don't know if I just saw a thing about Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh yeah, it's
rebooting.
coming back.
What? What the hell?
Yeah.
They're gonna reboot Malcolm in the Middle,
Uh-huh.
which was like a kids show, right? Like
No, it was
it was fun. Like don't get me wrong, the show was hilarious, very funny. It had
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston in it.
I love the
Frankie
show.
Muniz. Yeah,
I
the
love the
was
show.
Yeah, it was
growing up.
hilarious.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, it's just I don't know. It's just be like, I mean, I guess they did Full House too.
Yeah.
They did do a reboot of Full House. So, yeah. So Malcolm in the Middle revival set at Disney Plus with Frankie Muniz, Bryan Cranston, and Jane Kaczmarek. I feel like I thought Frankie Muniz like quit acting.
He did.
To do like F1 racing.
Yeah. And then he had like brain damage or something, and he said he forgot all of Malcolm in the Middle.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
But
Well,
now
he's bringing it back.
Yeah.
So better figure it out.
Right.
What happened to the other brothers?
Yeah. Are the other brothers coming
Are
back?
they going to be back, or are they just Reese is
let me check
dead?
And see if,
Yeah.
Let me see if it should say it here.
I'm
If,
pretty
like-
sure last time I checked up on like the rest of the cast, I'm pretty sure the actor who played Dewey quit acting like
Okay.
right after the show.
Why would they do that? Like those stupid kids, you know?
Why would they
Quit
quit
acting?
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
Yeah, it's like
Get the bag.
Get the bag, bro.
It says the original cast featured is set to come back, which is, let's see, hold on. Yeah, it says here.
Yeah, they
There
better
you
get
go.
all those brothers back.
Malcolm in the Middle reboot confirmed with beloved original cast set to return. Malcolm, can you scroll down a little bit?
Yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle, beloved television show.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, yeah. According to Variety, the sitcom by Linwood Boomer is their name, rebooted Disney Plus with original stars Frankie Muniz, Bryan Cranston, Jane Kismarek to reprise their roles. Malcolm and his daughter are drawn into the family's chaos when Hal and Lois demand presents for their 40th wedding anniversary party. So that's what it's going to be about, I guess. The show was hilarious. It was like a dysfunctional family. Malcolm's like a genius kid.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of doesn't fit along at school. He had like an autistic black friend.
Yeah.
That was he was like in a wheelchair
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that show was really funny, man. It was a very funny show.
Yeah, so Justin Burfield, who played Reese, he's a retired actor. It says
He's retired too.
Eric Purcellvan, who played Dewey,
Here's the deal.
is retired.
Okay, look. Reese is retired. Dewey's retired. Okay? I said retarded, but yeah. Both of those guys are retired. What do you say we get the two woke boys in there to be the middle, the
I was
two
thinking
brothers?
the same thing. Yeah.
You know? And your name's Malcolm.
Right. Well,
It's not.
my name
actually.
is
Yeah,
Cole.
your name is Cole, but
Yeah.
we know some guys named Malcolm.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, we could play the. I mean, we're like in the age range of those guys.
Yeah, and like I was good at like bullying. You know?
Yeah.
That's like what Reese was doing.
Uh-huh.
So like that's pretty.
Some would say you never stopped.
Yeah, some might say that, but they're a bunch
You
of
have a-
fucking pussies.
Yeah.
You know?
You need to be shoved into a locker.
Yeah, they need to get
their lunch money stolen.
Exactly. And I would say even like the reboot of the show, like I would play Reese, but I'm still in high school like bullying other kids in my like late 30s, early 40s, you know?
Nice.
How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Like you think, man, that guy's really cool in high school. Like imagine how cool he would be at like 30 or 40.
Uh-huh.
Like still being a student.
Still in high school.
High school,
Just
yeah.
dominating everyone.
Yeah. Maybe not dominating the sports because like you're kind of past your physical prime a
Yeah.
little bit, but like still just dominating.
You could still assert your will in
yeah, for sure.
basketball.
Yeah,
or-
I could smoke a lot of those kids.
Yeah.
You know? Definitely in baseball and tennis for sure.
Mhm.
So, pickleball, of course.
Yeah.
You know? There would be some face kicks
Yeah.
dealt out. For sure.
Yeah.
I can't get over that video, man.
Yeah.
I've showed everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I don't know how we got off on that tangent, but this
Yeah.
is
Of
us.
all the news stories.
Yeah,
all the
that
news
was a weird
stories
one
of-
to kick it off with, but yeah, like some of you may have noticed that we haven't been really delving into the topics of the day like we typically have, but that was because the boys have travel schedules. We're very busy boys. We're constantly like doing stuff, and we have things to do. Okay, so I'm sorry that we're not like losers like you guys, and have free time to do whatever you guys are doing, like watch This Is Us or whatever
Right.
shows you guys watch.
Right.
Okay. But we are here to educate. That's what we're all about.
Mhm.
And we apologize for having a busy travel schedule and like a really cool life that you wish you could live.
Yeah.
But now we're back in the studio to kind of delve into the topics that are a little bit more pressing right now.
Yeah.
Like-
Sorry that our life is fucking sick and yours sucks.
Yeah, bro.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sorry, we're too cool. And
Yeah.
also, some people might be like, it's interesting that you guys kind of had like a hiatus for a couple of weeks and then the CEO of a major health company just, gets axed and then, then they find some guy and look, we're not going to say we have anything to do with what all is going on there. Okay. We're not saying that.
We're not saying that, but we obviously support it.
Yeah, of course. Like a lot of people seem to
Like
be really
seemingly everyone online right now.
it seems like it's like the coolest thing anyone
it
could
is
have done.
heroic
Mhm.
to kill someone if the guy is rich.
Yes. Mhm.
That's basically and we'll say it right now, free Luigi.
Yeah.
Free Luigi. Oh,
Mhm.
why? You think he's innocent of the crime? No. He seems to have...
What crime?
He seems to have killed the guy. There's quite a lot of evidence, and it seems like admission on his part. But
yeah, do you think he was like admitting it because he like knew how much puss he was going to be getting?
That could
from,
be.
Like, you know what I mean? Because like, it's like, let's say you're the guy that did it, right?
Mhm.
You're walking around, you're like, oh, man, that was crazy. I did that, and then you're just hanging out in McDonald's for some reason, and then you just hear like a bunch of like leftist sluts at McDonald's like, did you see the video of that guy? I would definitely suck him off, dude.
Yeah.
Like you see tons of chicks saying that shit. So
Mhm.
now there's an incentive to be like, that was me, dude.
Yeah.
I totally did that.
Right.
You know? So maybe Luigi is that guy, you know, maybe that's...
Yeah, that could be. That's what his lawyer's arguing, or one of his lawyers. He was saying, like, there's no evidence tying him to the case.
Yeah.
Which seems a little to contradict a lot of
Didn't he have
stuff.
like a backpack with like a gun that is missing like 3 bullets that however many bullets
that
got
matches
shot?
the,
Yeah.
matches
And like
the crime scene.
his bullets said like defend, depose, ignore or whatever the fuck. So there were like 3 bullet casings found at the scene that said deny, depose, and what is it? Deny.
I think defend, deny, depose,
something like
something,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. It's something about how the insurance companies like kind of like drag you along in the cases of not giving you money that you're kind of entitled to for the services you pay for, you know.
Yes. And we agree that, you know, obviously the healthcare system is pretty messed up. So the only way to fix that is to just start killing CEOs of the insurance companies. And yeah, we want him, it's not to like change policies or elect different representatives. No, it's like, if you want to, you can just kill someone if he's rich.
Yeah.
Like he should be let out of prison.
Yeah.
And like it doesn't, and like sure that it's like, and some people would be like, oh, well, what precedent does that send that you can just kill someone without, like you can kill someone without consequence? It's like how do you decide who gets to be killed and who gets not to be killed? We do.
Yeah, the court of public opinion.
Yeah. The
Like-
court of social media, we get to decide who's guilty or not. So it's like, yes, he appears to have killed this CEO, a premeditated assassination. But he should be freed because he was mad about the healthcare system.
Yeah, because his back hurt. And
Right.
instead of taking Advil, he was like, let me load my gun up and like kind of walk through the city streets. And then I like how people were like, wow, he's like this calculated like assassin that's like brilliant, and he's a professional. I don't know if you saw any of that stuff. There were people that are like, this is a professional hit, which is like, how hard is it to walk up behind a guy and shoot him in the back? Like,
Right.
Is that like an expert level, like you're a whiz to
Well, because he got away and
But
like
he
got out of
didn't,
the
though.
state. Well, he got out of the
got
state.
to McDonald's and then
Yeah.
he like tried to he literally has the gun like in his waistband and he's like rizzing up a chick at a hostel, which, you know, can you blame him? He's Italian, dude.
Right.
Just like was that the governor guy? Remember that? That was his defense for like sexually
Andrew Cuomo. Yeah.
He's like, they were like, hey, you like sexually assaulted women. He's like, hey, I'm Italian.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I'm not the pervert. I'm just Italian.
That was awesome.
That was like the
That was awesome.
headline.
Yeah. That
But
ruled.
yeah. But yes, he appears to have, he allegedly killed the guy, but he should be let out. And it doesn't like,
He's a Riz Lord, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta let him out. Let him.
He should be. I mean, look, he's hot.
He's hot. He's
Yeah.
jacked. No
He's got-
homo, by the
yeah,
way.
no, yeah,
Yeah, we
obviously
don't
no-
think we don't know what a hot guy looks
Yeah,
like.
we can't tell.
I
that
can't tell if he's hot.
he's
I've
a
just
handsome
heard
guy,
women
yeah.
say that,
Yeah.
and I've gotten mad at women for saying that to
Yeah.
me. Like it's like, what about me? You fucking bitch. What
Uh-huh.
the hell?
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, get that fucking shirtless dude off our screen.
Yeah,
here.
he should be freed. He should get off scot-free because he killed a rich guy. Yes, he's also comes from an extremely wealthy family,
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I don't
this,
really
like,
understand. Like
dynastic family of
it's like he hates rich people. It's like, dude, you're rich though,
Right.
Right? Like it's like, why don't you just?
it's like, yeah, but so that actually makes me like him more because like he was able to he wanted to sacrifice his privilege for the greater good.
Yeah.
It's like we can spin this however we want.
For sure.
You know?
And that's kind of how they're doing
Oh,
it,
yeah.
right? They're like, oh, well, he could have had
He could have
whatever
had a
he
great
wanted,
life. Yeah.
but he decided that it was wrong. It's like, what are you talking?
Yeah. It
like,
wasn't
what-
just a guy who was
he's
mentally
the guy
ill
that
and
killed
snapped.
people is moral.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. He had a moral obligation.
He had the moral high ground. Yeah.
In this murder
Right.
case where he shot a guy in the back.
Yes.
Okay. That's yeah.
Yeah. You should just be able to kill anyone who has
Well, you have to
more.
you have to be able to defend it. As like, is that guy richer than you that you killed?
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to
Yeah.
say. You can kill anyone who has more money than you,
hmm
who has a better job than you.
Yeah.
And yeah, it doesn't matter that, you know, a
It's
lot
like it's like in comedy where it's like you have to punch up,
of Mhm.
you have to kill up.
Yeah.
You know, that's like kind of the move. If you kill down, it's like that's why Daniel Penny's in trouble because it's like, why'd you choke out a homeless guy?
Right.
Well, he was being violent on the train and threatened to kill a bunch of people and almost like got into some shit where he was violent towards people. Doesn't matter. He's down here, so you can't
Yeah.
choke him out. Also, he was black. You're white. Also, another reason you can't
Yes.
do it.
If Daniel Penny got off, then Luigi should get off. If
Yeah.
Kyle Rittenhouse got off,
Mm-hmm.
then Luigi should get off.
Yep.
I'm speaking.
And it's that simple. Like, it doesn't matter that any of these cases we're talking about have vastly different
Yeah.
circumstances.
And that's why they're called cases because they have different
right.
like things.
If Brock Turner got off, have you seen people have been bringing that? That was
was
like
that
the college swimmer who raped a girl and
oh yeah, like
and then-
by a dumpster or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
and it's like if he got off,
It's
then
the same thing.
Yeah, it's totally the same thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like if one white guy gets
If
off
he
of
wrote
a crime,
defend, denied, depose on a condom that was left at the scene, then
Yeah.
that would have been okay.
yeah. If one white guy gets off for a crime that's a completely different set of circumstances
Mm-hmm.
as this one, then this guy should too, because he killed a rich guy who's part of the capitalist system.
It is really weird too, because it's like there's like so much shit about Luigi being like a hot fuck boy, you know, whereas like
Well, that's how he got caught.
being like a
dropped
like
his mask
for
for- he dropped his
no,
mask
he got caught because he was rizzing up some bitch. At
Right? Yeah, exactly. 'Cause then
Which,
he
like-
dropped his mask to do it.
But like is that how they've? I don't really understand how like he was found because he went like that for like a second.
Because well, he was on camera.
I know,
and then that-
but like
that image got
the camera
circulated.
shot looks like shit, and then
That's
I'm
true.
to believe an employee at an employee at McDonald's like went above and beyond their call of duty at McDonald's
Yeah,
to go, oh look, I, an employee of McDonald's, am so aware of what's going on in the world outside of McDonald's that
Right.
I'm now going to call the authorities because I've seen the footage of this man's perfect jawline rizzing up some bitch at a hostel.
Yeah.
Like how that doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, there was guys at the McDonald's like customers, and apparently they saw him, and they're like, "Hey, that looks like the killer," and they like scoffed about it and joked about it.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then
the
he probably
McDonald's
had
employee-
the backpack on that
Right.
like what's that in your back? It's like the gun is like sticking out
Yeah.
of the. Oh, he's like, oh yeah. He's like eating his fillet. He's like chopping his fillet of fish in half with like the gun.
Using
you know?
a gun as
Yeah.
the knife.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys have seen like what some people said, because obviously a McDonald's employee ratted him out. Some people are like, Popeyes would never.
Oh yeah. Actually, Burger King tweeted that they were like, we would never snitch.
They said that?
I'm pretty sure if you look up Burger King tweet, yeah, I mean that could have been Photoshop, but I'm almost positive Burger King tweeted.
I feel
"We
like
would never
that's
switch."
got to be a.
That seems like a Wendy's tweet. I don't know if you ever seen Wendy's.
Yeah.
Wendy's,
But
is,
even that's like a pretty bold thing for like a company to tweet out.
Yeah. Okay. Burger King
Fact check.
did not
Okay.
post.
Yeah.
We don't snitch after the Mangione arrest.
Also, did you see? So after that, a bunch of people started leaving 1-star reviews for that McDonald's. And they're like, "There's a rat problem there.
Wow.
Every time I go to eat there, there's a rat problem." And then Yelp like shut down reviews for it because they're like, "We're not taking sides here, but
What if it was
we don't
like
support
what if that
fraudulent
McDonald's,
reviews."
What if that McDonald's actually had like like an issue with like actual rats though? Like that is possible that was, and maybe McDonald's, the big corporation, was like, "Yo, Yelp, help us out. Like this is our end to tell them to shut up and shut it down because we."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, here's another question. It's like, before you've gone to McDonald's, have you ever looked up like how many stars it has on Yelp?
Yeah, I don't know who's like. Should we go to McDonald's?
Should we go to McDonald's? Let me
check the reviews.
It only has 2.5 stars.
A lot of times they do have like low stars.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's like what are you doing?
Who
They're
is
like,
like-
I went to McDonald's and this was terrible. And it's like, yeah.
It's McDonald's.
Yeah, you fucking loser.
What
You
a-
went to McDonald's.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure you could be a vegan and eat double cheeseburgers from there.
Right.
You know, like the cheese is not cheese and the meat is not meat.
Yeah.
You know, like it's fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but we're so yeah, if it's not clear, we are completely on the side of Luigi, the alleged killer, and also a lot of contrarians are pointing out, they're like, "Oh, well, Brian Thompson, the guy he killed, was like, that was the real working class hero. He was a self-made like son of two blue collar parents, went to a public state school and like worked his way up the system for 20 years, as opposed to Luigi, who was born into generational wealth." It's like, yeah, but he worked for a healthcare company, which we don't like. And
yeah,
Luigi
working for a corporation
killed a guy in a position that we don't like. So we're going to take his side. Also, he's hot.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's the most important thing, that he's a hot boy.
Yeah.
He has abs.
Uh-huh.
He has skibbity riz.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a Sigma.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever fucking
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
It's important to say that.
say the buzzwords.
Yeah, say all the buzzwords at
Yeah.
the same time. But yeah, he has that, and you know, his story is really compelling.
Mhm.
His mom had some pain or some shit, right? That was one of the articles that was on here. Like his mom had like pain or something, and then he had back pain or
Right.
something, so he couldn't like have sex. Right?
I guess, yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
That's crazy.
So it's not just like an incel who snapped and
Yeah.
then
It's literally like a
killed a
guy
guy.
that can't fuck. That's like that's why everything gets. Anyone that's ever been killed or shot is from a guy that like either can't fuck or can't get a boner, or you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
just like a I can't bang rage.
yeah,
It was like that. There was a guy that shot up. I think the San Bernardino shooter. You know that guy. He like in his car like did this whole like, you know, women don't like me, like whatever bullshit. I'm pretty sure it was before I lived out here, but I'm pretty sure that guy was like an incel that like couldn't get pussy, that was like, this is why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
You know? Which is like, you know, maybe figure out how to get some pussy, dude.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. So or just kill a rich guy.
Yeah.
And
Well, this is weird because this guy, he had Riz, you know? So it's like he had it all.
but he sacrificed his great life for us.
Yeah.
So we can make
So our health insurance premiums go up like exponentially, probably.
right.
I'm sure that's what's going to happen.
I'm sure
like,
this is going to make a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all it took for
Yeah.
like healthcare companies to be like, oh, you know what? I guess we will have to give everybody a free knee replacement, you know, when they need it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that's going to work.
No, it will.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the trolley problem. Have you seen people saying that?
What's the trolley?
The trolley problem. We've discussed it on the show where it's like, would you, if a trolley was on course to like run over 100 people, would you divert it to kill one other person?
Oh yeah. See, this is how I deal with it. It's like nobody would die if I was doing it.
Yeah.
They're like, that's not how the trolley problem works. And it's like, yeah, because I'm not there.
Yeah, you take the Mark Wahlberg approach.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
if I was on that plane, like 9/11 would not have gone down the way it would.
We never talk about 9/11 except for how it was the day that we found out Mark Wahlberg was the greatest actor of all time.
Yeah.
That's how we would have found out.
Right.
If I was sitting coach as Mark Wahlberg on that, was it United flight? Things would be different.
Yeah.
So, you know, what they should do is all flights should have a A-list actor. Like, what was the whole point of the air marshals? Put an A-list actor in there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Put Marky Wahlberg
Put Liam
in
Neeson
there. Oh, dude.
in there.
Yeah.
If you had Liam Neeson on every flight,
yeah.
then
hopefully he doesn't get into some racially charged thing. Remember that?
where
When
he
was
tries
like,
to kill
I
a
was
black
out
guy.
trying to find some fucking blacks.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Remember? What was that one about? Where he was like pissed
There
about
was, like-
black people
There
or
was like a
something?
black guy who did
Oh
something.
yeah,
to-
because he was trying to save women, so he was gonna like lynch a black guy.
Well, yeah, there was
What the fuck?
there was one black guy who, like, I don't know, committed some crime against one of his friends or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neeson in racism storm after admitting
Someone
he
close
wanted
to him was raped by a
The
black
title
man.
of this article is bonkers, dude.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson in racism storm after admitting he wanted to kill a black man.
Right.
That was, dude. I was trying to find like audio of that. Unfortunately, I think it's just like an article
Yeah.
where he said that. But
Yeah.
man, god damn it! If we had a soundbite of him saying that, it'd be for sure on the board.
So funny. So yeah, someone close to him was raped by a black man. So then I think what he said was like, I just went out to the bar and like I just wanted to find any black guy to kill or something.
Yeah.
And we would never say something like that.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
So-
was wild.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we? How'd we
No,
get
we were
off
just
on
saying-
that?
We were
tangent?
just talking about the Mangione thing. Yeah. Women are obsessed with this guy. You know, women do love murderers. We've talked about that before on the show.
Very normal, encouraging thing for our society that seemingly every woman on social media right now is thirsting over a murderer.
Yeah.
It's definitely or an alleged murderer. It's
The same
definitely
women that are like, why are men so toxic? And it's like, well, you're attracted to the ones that like kill people. So your favorite TV show is like the like this guy murdered and raped 80 women.
Right.
That's your favorite show.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe the problem's you. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe-
we need to
maybe that.
do something about toxic masculinity. Also, we love the guy who got so mad that he went and killed someone.
Yeah.
Because
And then women-
that's not toxic masculinity.
Yeah, and women constantly say if he wanted to, he would. Well, he wanted to and he did. So,
Yeah.
you know, I guess that's why they like him, because he shows initiative.
Plus, who's to say this was the first person Luigi's killed?
That is true. He could have killed more. There's some people saying they don't believe it's him. There's
Right.
I mean, there's conspiracies all around. as to who actually did it or
Yeah.
know. But there's this one like, you know, when the shooting thing, they didn't really know who did it yet. And there's all these like speculations of like who could it be or whatever. There was some fucking gun psycho was on YouTube. Like they're watching the video of the hit of him, like, you know, they're like, oh, that's a professional because, you know, see, he's like, you know, he shot him. Like, it's like, how hard is it to?
He also had a silencer or like a suppressor.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they're saying like, oh, that was like a ghost gun or something. It was like a 3D, which I don't understand that either. It's like, okay, a 3D printed gun. It's like, wow, it's like made of plastic so you can like get it through stuff. And it's like, yeah, but bullets are still metal.
Right.
So like, unless you're using a plastic everything, which I'm sure would explode upon the first usage of it.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't even work, I would think, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. So like, you know, and like he's like some like hitman genius for like him shooting it, and it's like, oh, it's jammed, and then like you just rack the slide again, you know, like plus like how in danger are you of, you know, like you're shooting a guy that's like a CEO in the back. You're not like going after like a military target. You're shooting like a fat insurance dad.
Yeah.
You know,
in the back.
Yeah.
Where he can't.
Yeah.
He doesn't know it's coming.
Yeah. And then for them to say also he was like this trained killer, like badass guy. It's like, yeah, he knew exactly where to. It's like it's like, okay, if you're gonna like, okay, I'm like this big hitman. I know that the guy I'm gonna kill is like the manager of a McDonald's. I'll just go park my car outside that McDonald's and just wait for him to go to work. What, like that you're like a genius or something? Like what is that about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's
hot, he has abs, he's cool.
Yeah.
He wrote a little cool like communist message on his bullet casings and left them there, which good idea to do that.
Yeah.
By the way.
Well, he was sending a message.
Don't we have his manifesto here?
Yeah.
Yeah. This was
short.
Yeah. This was his manifesto here. To the feds, I'll keep this short because I do respect what you do for our country.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there.
Wait.
He respects the feds?
Yeah, I don't know.
So he's not... He's saying he respects the police?
Yeah, we hate this guy now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're backing the blue, bro?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. To save you a lengthy investigation, I state plainly that I wasn't working with anyone. This was fairly trivial. Some elementary social engineering, basic CAD. What does that stand for?
I don't know.
Basic CAD, a lot of patience. The spiral notebook, if present, has some straggling notes and to-do lists that illuminate the gist of it. My tech is pretty locked down because I work in engineering, so probably not much info there. I do apologize for any strife of traumas, but it had to be done. Frankly, these parasites simply had it coming. A reminder, the U.S. has the #1 most expensive healthcare system in the world, yet we rank roughly 42 in life expectancy. I lost it here. United is the indecipherable largest company in the U.S. by market cap, behind only Apple, Google, Walmart. It has grown and grown, but our life expectancy, no. The reality is these indecipherable have simply gotten too powerful, and they continue to abuse our country for immense profit because the American public has allowed them to get away with it. Obviously, the problem is more complex, but I do not have space, and frankly, I do not pretend to be the most qualified person to lay out the full argument, but many have illuminated the corruption and greed, e.g. Rosenthal, more.
That part is hilarious. It's like, hey, I'm not really an expert on this, but ask someone else and they'll tell you.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm gonna go kill a guy.
And then also, here's 2 people you should like ask about their readings after I kill a guy. You know? It's like, I'm sure they want to be like, hey, thanks for the tag, bud. You know, thanks for the reading, Rex.
Yeah.
You know, decades ago, and the problems simply remain. It is not an issue of awareness at this point, but clearly power games at play. Evidently, I'm the first to face it with such brutal honesty. So that's him. That's, his little, you know, and girls read that and they're like, oh, he's such a good writer, you know?
Right.
So, wow.
Yeah, we love stuff like this. We love celebrating a killer
Yeah.
because he killed a rich guy again. It's like, we can't say it enough. It's like, this guy is a hero. And the celebration of him and celebration of certain like terrorist attacks, like you look at something like an October 7th or like different attacks against person or people that we view as like in power.
Yeah.
If they're killed by someone or many people who are not in power, basically the world can be grouped into oppressors and the oppressed. And if the oppressed rises up and murders the oppressor, then it's justified every time. So whether it's someone with less money, which in the Mangione case, not...
Well, he has just a little less than the CEO, apparently.
Right.
Because he was, like, really rich.
Yeah.
But
well, he hadn't
that's
gotten
enough
his... Right.
to be, like, okay,
He hadn't gotten his inheritance yet from his grandma. I guess there's a $30 million inheritance, but she put in the will that, like...
You can't kill
a guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
I guess he's not getting
Grandma,
his cut in
what
that.
the hell? Yeah.
Yeah, grandma is pocket washing.
Yeah, what is, like... What's wrong with that family that it's like, okay, look, we're going to leave our son, like, a bunch of money, but he has to not kill anybody, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how many, like, close calls have there been in this family that
Where
grandma felt the need to put
language
that in
needed to be included? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is kind of peculiar how...
Does he have other, like, siblings that are, like, not killing people? They're like...
Right. More for us, baby. Let's go.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't indicate a huge moral sickness in our society where we celebrate murder. And we're, by the way, you know, on the left, we're the party of peace, and we're the party of compassion and morality.
Yeah, and taking out the CEO if you're, you know,
if you feel like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can put together a pretty good manifesto,
and if you have abs,
yeah,
then you can just kill someone.
Yeah, if your abs are as good as Mangione's here, you could have been like, that guy sucks. That could have been your manifesto.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could have wrote like that guy was not it.
Yeah.
You know, and then that would be enough. And then you better put your abs on that manifesto.
Right.
What if you did like a video manifesto and you're like, yo girl, yo, I'm so sick of this shit, and then you like lick your lips a bunch and you like pull your shirt off, and then you play one of those like fuck boy songs,
mm-hmm.
you know, if I tell you that I love you,
right?
You know, like that,
yeah,
that shit, yeah,
yeah. And if you try to say that, like, hey, maybe let's not defend murder.
Yeah. Maybe
that's not cool, even if you agree with, like, even if you agree that the healthcare system is fucked up, like, maybe not, let's not glorify and lionize murders. Like, if you do that, then you're a bootlicker.
Yeah. Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah.
It's like I've seen every single article or post from a website that has like, hey, like, this wasn't good in some way. All the comments are like, bootlicker. Hey, how much did you get from the billionaires to write this? It's like,
mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like that's
cool.
There are two camps. It's like you can't say that the healthcare system is fucked up and think it should be changed and that maybe universal healthcare should be implemented. You can't say that and also say that like, hey, maybe not. Let's not normalize. We like talking about normalizing things.
Normalizing is important.
But maybe we shouldn't normalize just like killing whoever you want because you feel like it. Maybe that's not like a good thing for a civil society. No, you have to be able to, like, those things have to go hand in hand. You can't be, but when the right wing celebrates someone who got off of killing Daniel Penny, Kyle Rittenhouse, it's like, oh my God, you guys are celebrating killers? Wow, it says a lot about you. And then our guy does it, and it's like, oh my God, he's so hot.
Yeah.
So it's not that both
it does
sides
happen on both sides.
Both sides
there's
like
been
worship killers for political purposes.
Or like there's a double like situation going on with the Mangione one and then also the Daniel Penny one.
Right.
You know? So pretty wild that there's like a, you know,
and again,
celebration.
Same circumstances. You find out where a guy is staying at a hotel. You find out what conference he's going to. You camp out there. You come from out of state with a gun and you camp out ready to shoot him in the back and then run away. That is the same thing as there's a homeless guy in the subway threatening people and
well, it's a little different because I don't believe Daniel Penny was like, he wasn't like, oh, that homeless guy hangs out on this train car. I think he was just like on the car.
Yeah.
When that happened.
No, well, it's still the same.
But yeah.
It's still the same.
But it was premeditated also.
Right.
So,
it wasn't that he happened to be there and that he thought he was saving other people by
and if you look
subduing that
and if
guy.
you look at the video, no one on the car is like, hey, maybe don't do that.
Right.
Everyone is like, thank God.
Everyone was in support of him and like viewing him as a hero. But that's
because of racism.
Racism, exactly.
Yeah. Inherent racism is why everybody on the car was in support of it. Even the people of color, because they're in support of it because of systematic racism.
Yeah. And internalized.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Racism. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's pretty simple.
It's pretty simple.
Pretty simple cases.
If one white guy gets off of killing, then our white guy should get off of killing.
Well, see, it's also like this one was good. This Luigi Mangione killing of Brian Thompson. That one's good because there's no race situation.
Yes.
You know? So it's like an equal, you know?
You know what would be interesting?
It's not a hate crime.
Is what if he killed like a black CEO?
Yeah. Well, obviously it would be racist.
No, I don't think it would be racist.
Oh, well, it depends on how.
Because if you're a black CEO, then you're white.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
If you're a black CEO, you're actually kind of white.
Yeah.
Depends on what you're a CEO of. Like if you're the CEO of like BET, you're black. You know? but if you're like the CEO of like Big Pharma, that's pretty white.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that would be an interesting experiment.
How, like, what could you be a CEO of and still be?
Have you seen the people saying like the only CEOs who are safe are the Costco CEO, the Ben and Jerry's CEOs? Like, have you seen that?
Oh, yeah.
And
Why is Costco
the Arizona
safe?
iced tea? Oh, it's like.
I would think someone would take them out just because of the Costco family, you know? We bring the boom, those fucking retards, you know? I'm surprised somebody doesn't take out Costco like just because of those guys.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, well, because the story is that like the CEO, he like freaks out every time that the board suggests raising the price of hot dogs from $1.50.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we can't do this. Or like the Arizona iced tea CEO. It's like, we can't raise it from $1.
Yeah. We like the Ben
those
Jerry's
guys
CEO.
And Ben and Jerry's because, you know, they tweet about like BLM and
they're like, we made a new ice cream flavor. It's called World Pieces of Chocolate.
Yeah, it's right.
It's
called Climate Change is Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's like air. There's nothing in it. Yeah, they're like exactly. Tastes
it's
like
sustainable.
nothing. Tastes like nothing because that's what our air is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So we think all CEOs should be unalived, except those 3.
Yeah.
And if you have any question of like which CEOs you can kill or not, just ask us. Like we'll tell you. Again, it's not like hey, maybe all murder is wrong and bad and don't do it. It's you can do it in certain circumstances.
Yeah.
And again, that is if the guy is richer than you. Oh, also another experiment. What if he had killed? What about the female CEOs? You know, are you allowed to kill a female CEO of a healthcare company?
It's like, okay, of a healthcare company, did you try the male CEOs
Right.
first?
Have you killed all the men first?
Yeah.
We need to kill all men. Obviously, we're exempt from this.
Yes.
Also, we're exempt from the whole, like, you can kill someone with more money than you. We're exempt from that, too, because we do have a lot of money. I mean, you're like the Mangione family. The Columbus family is another Italian family with some
they have
generational wealth.
Yeah, from like spice stuff or some shit or whatever they were doing. Yeah.
So I guess you can relate to him on that. Well, I guess the question is, have you been written out of your family's will from all of your crime or alleged crimes that you've committed?
No, I've not. And is
the DUIs,
it because
the firebombing, homeless encampments?
And is it because my family is afraid of
armed robberies,
what I might do if I don't, if I'm not included in the will,
Right.
Yeah. So they know what's up.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, family, let's talk about the will. I just kind of stretch and see.
That's what you did at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Thanksgiving, I brought my.
Hey, Mom, Dad.
They're like, well, you didn't bring anything to the table. I'm like, oh, I did. I lay
your piece.
Yeah, my piece on the table.
Yeah, we should probably talk about that will. You guys are getting up there.
Yeah.
We should make sure all our affairs are straightened out.
Yep, that's right.
They're like, yeah, Chris, we don't think you're really a responsible party for us to leave our estates
wealth to
and wealth down to, given all your crimes and
it's like, drinking's not a crime, and they're like, yeah, but drinking and driving is, and it's like, well, if I don't remember that I did it, did I do it? And they're like, yeah.
And you're like, you're like, throwing a baseball isn't a crime. And they're like, yeah, but when you throw it into a woman's apartment window and then
it's like,
walk through the window to confront her.
Is throwing a baseball a threat? And they're like, no, but throwing a baseball through a window with a threat written on it is a threat. I'm like, that's crazy, because it's like, it seems like we're splitting hairs here.
Yeah. And you're like, is just holding up a gun a threat? And they're like, no, maybe if you do that
it's like,
in
if
your
I go
garage, but
if I go
you
to
do
a gun
that
store,
at a 7-Eleven and point it at the cashier, then that is a threat.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's like back in the day, people used to bring guns to like show and tell, and they'd be like, look at my gun. If I go to a 7-Eleven, I go, look at my gun. That's a pretty cool cash register you got there. Can I see it? And like, it's not, that's not okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, exactly. Make it make sense.
Because it doesn't.
It doesn't. So, I don't know. I don't know what we have to do here, but look, we support stirring up whatever you have to do to make things good. So it's what we think here on the pod.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And again, if you're confused about like which CEOs you're allowed to kill, hit us up in our DMs and we'll respond.
Do you think now it's like, this is what gets universal health care? This is how we do it?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna work.
Probably might even have the opposite effect.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool. And
it was cool.
And he's a hot boy.
He's cool, and he's a hot guy, and women love that he has like a message,
mm-hmm.
you know, and that he's a writer.
And they found his Spotify, and he listens to like Taylor Swift and stuff.
Tight.
And so we love that.
Dude, that might be the worst thing if I die and my Spotify gets out. That might be the worst thing to ever happen. It'd be like, wow, dude, like
he listens to all women. How embarrassing!
How much Limp Bizkit can someone listen to? You know?
Well, and a little, and a little Limp Bizkit.
It's like what a eclectic playlist from this Chris Columbus here. He's got he's got like Taylor Swift on here, but he's also got a lot of
Limp Bizkit, a lot of Slipknot, a lot of MCR, a lot of Fallout Boy.
Why are all of his playlists called Punch Something? It's like Punch a Wall, Punch My Girlfriend's Wall, Punch Your
the
Wall.
Chipotle Wall.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, why is that?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Can't have that getting out.
Yeah. We do want to thank those of you that put us in your that speaking of Spotify, you know, we had like a lot of people reached out, showed us that we were in their top 5 Spotify Wrapped. So that was cool. Thank you to you guys for sharing that. And if you guys are, we appreciate you guys being big supporters of the show. That's really cool. You know, and we better be in your fucking top 5.
Yeah.
And if we're in your top 5, why aren't we number 1?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck's above us.
Yeah.
Okay. And some of you sent in that we were in your top 5, but we saw some other stuff in your top 5, and it's kind of problematic. Okay. So the only way you can fix your problem is if we scoot to the top.
Correct.
Right? You listen to Joe Rogan, we're not a big fan of that.
No.
If we're above Joe Rogan, okay, we'll let it slide, because it's like maybe you're like trying to get a different opinion or whatever. Or I don't know, but you at least are getting the right opinion above not our show.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So we love you guys for sending us that stuff. That's really cool. Did you have anything you wanted to plug?
No.
Yeah, follow allies of the show, Malcolm Kellner and Jeff Zinasek, on all platforms. Join our broadcast channel on TooWokeBoys Instagram there. There's always cool information on there, and a little discussion can be had there. Give us 5-star reviews on iTunes and Spotify. We love that from you guys. Donate to the Slut Fund on Venmo or Cash App. Send us emails at TooWokeBoys@gmail.com. We got a couple of emails here. We'll get to them on the Christmas Eve episode, which will be coming. Okay. So, yeah, we support you guys for that. Send us emails for stuff you want us to cover. We'll give you advice because you're a fucking idiot and your life sucks and you can't get your shit together without our help. And, we will do the work.
Mm-hmm.
So, do that. And then follow the Two Woke Boys on all platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X, whatever platform you have. So thank you for listening to episode 228 of the Two Woke Boys podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Cole.
And together we are Two Woke Boys.
Can you hear